Look on the screen. Look on the screen. Looks like it's destined to be a dangerous dust bucket deadly summer. This may be depressing for some, but it's reality. How many more women and children have to end up here? How many women thought, oh, it's not going to be me? Got that wrong. The seed of poverty, D. ABC 123 felony. They're on the job. Check it out. Fair use.
Is Wyoming neighborhood, and tonight a family torn apart by violence is just trying to understand exactly what led to the death of a father and son. Here's Shawnette Wilson.
I hope Jamal and his dad made it into heaven.
A heartfelt letter written by a child over the loss of his friend and neighbor, 9-year-old Jamel, and Jamel's 37-year-old dad, Jerry, both shot to death.
I am frustrated that something so horrible happened like this.
The victim's cousin, Katrina, read parts of the child's letter to us.
I still remember the good times of me and you with our dads playing football.
The family held a balloon release yesterday, and today, Vanessa, the wife and mother of the victims, found it too hard to speak. She's seen in this picture with Jerry, Jamel, and their two other children, 7 and 16 years old. Karina Beckett is a cousin.
No parent should be burying their child.
Police say it happened around 10:30 Sunday night near 2100 Carver Street in Wyoming. They say a car with 2 shooters inside fired at least 13 shots, hitting the father and son several times just as they parked near the house.
Life is precious. I don't understand now why it's so you could take it away without a second thought or any remorse.
Police tonight tell us they believe the father was targeted, but the family has a lot of unanswered questions.
Times definitely changed where we had these male figures in our community that will teach us not to pick up a gun or how to properly handle ourselves. Is completely different now.
Ronald McNeil, also a cousin, is demanding officials do more.
I really call for the mayor at this point to shut our city down at this point. It's out of control.
I asked him if it's too much to call in the National Guard, as some community activists have suggested.
As of right now, no. My little cousin, he was 9. He had a whole life. He have no life right now. That's so not fair. Jerry, amazing. This is depressing.
And this man summed it up.
A whole life. He have no life right now. That's so not fair. Jerry, amazing. This is depressing.
Welcome to the BC. Destruction, drama, and death is pretty much a guarantee. Let's take a look at the next clip. Fair use.
Shot and killed.
Yeah, and those funeral homes out there are saying it's no easy task to prepare their friends and family to say goodbye. Jade Cunningham has more on the heartbreak that they're seeing.
We have, 6 families we have to see today. I think 3 of them are violent deaths. It's getting to be a cycle. It's getting to be the norm. That shouldn't be.
Louis Charbonnet III has been in the funeral business for a long time, but over the past year or so, it's taken a devastating turn.
Maybe to this point now, we've buried maybe 8, 10 children, just babies who've been in the crossfire. And I don't mind burying people of age, who've lived their life and lived a good life. But the fact is, when we bury people 21, 19, 17, 12, it's saddening.
Charbonnet feels gun violence in the city is out of hand. People, he says, are killing innocent men, women, and children, and they see almost on a daily basis what it's doing to families.
It's hard for us as funeral directors.
And the victims.
I mean, when the bullet enters your body, it just tears you up. And we're seeing that all the time. And sometimes we can't make them totally presentable. We have to suggest to the families, look, let's keep a picture out and keep the casket closed. And we're finding more and more closed caskets.
He's also having to order caskets in smaller sizes, and that the traditional celebration of life, as he put it, is now simply a celebration.
But now I'm finding I'm using the Cinderella carriage that I normally use for weddings. I'm using for funerals, for young girls who lost their babies and young girls who have died.
Is the New Orleans today the New Orleans you know and love?
No. We need to stop the killings. We need to stop the killings. In particular, we need to stop killing each other. You know, our own. We need to stop killing each other. We need to train our youngsters to be better and appreciate life.
Soon that graduation.
He hopes one day these senseless acts of violence will be fewer and far between. That way families won't have to take on the heartbreaking task of saying goodbye too soon.
Whoever heard, I have never in my life heard of a shooting at a graduation. The depravity among us. ABC 123 felony in action. Shooting at a graduation. Who does that? It's supposed to be a milestone in a young person's life. Can't even have that. A shooting at a graduation. Any woman just having children are willy-nilly by these dusties. I question your sanity, your self-worth. I have to question that. Because it makes me wonder, who doesn't know by now where that's going to end up? Anything can happen anywhere, but some areas are more prone to others. It's getting worse. Blackistan it's gotten out of hand. Why? I think you got a whole lot of black men that pretty much work for the Klan. And hold on, Dustina, you're doing your part too. You're giving birth to ABC 123 felony. You're doing your little part too to fill up the prisons. And I'm thinking that's the ROI. They get all this. Some people get help financially, and then if you're like, hey, that's why I own stock in prison stocks. I'm just gonna wait, see what happens. The depravity among us will just basically at this point, some people in the community, they're just breeding destruction. Breeding soldiers for genocide. Just kill your own people. Why are you shooting? Love destruction. Want to see people upset, running and screaming. Because that's a demonic seed, and we don't want to face it. It's a demonic seed. So, welcome to the Black community, where death and drama is pretty much guaranteed. And I'm out.